Alright, welcome back one more time. I'm Bacchanalian here with Saltarine in the Syndicate Competitive League Day 1 of the tournament here. We are in the losers bracket in the best of 3. We are in match 2 here. Looks like the blue team, Deepwater, has showed up on the field with 3 Sacrilege, Curse Oneros, Griffin, 2 Punishers. And Saltarine will give you the red team, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and give you the trivia question.
Yep, hey, I'm Celdrine, and in the red corner we have Scrumptious, Ocular, Secretion collectors. They brought their entire team into the beacon at 20 kilometers. We have 2 Balgorns, 3 Manticores, and 3 Enyos.
As for the question, this one's for 1 billion ISK. Answer the same way as the last one. Details will be in stream chat on Twitch TV. Question is, which alliance won Alliance Tournament 10? Blue team is in at 50, the red team is in at 20. Waiting on the countdown in local, and this should be an interesting match. We'll see how those Belgorns can do against Curse and 3 Sacrileges.
Yeah, we have no countdown. Oh, there we go. 30 seconds until the match will start. So, yep, it looks like the Balgorn team, they brought their Manticores in at 30 kilometers, which suggests to me they have an intention of launching bombs. So we might see the first bomb launch of the tournament so far in this match.
That's a good thing our shuttles have 235,000 shield HP then.
Exactly, there will be no shuttle losses today.
5 seconds to go, 4, 3, let's see and wait. Will we get bombs or not?
And there we go, it's on like Donkey Kong, the match has started. Let's see what happens with these bombers.
I'm not seeing any launched.
Yeah, they're sending their Enyo and the red team directly towards enemy teams, so if they were going to launch bombs, launching them towards your Enyo would not be a good idea. They could also be sending the Enyo out to try and lure the enemy team towards them. And there's damage going out now on Mike Scher, and then Neros on the blue team, he's the primary. No damage yet on any of the teams in the red.
Yeah, it's interesting that Curse is going to feel pretty hamstrung here. His Cap Warfare really has no effect on their team. I guess he could shut down Enyos, assuming that he stay away from the Bilgorns, but I mean, he could track and disrupt the Bilgorns as well, but his Cap Warfare is just not going to have the impact desired here. First Enyo going down, it looks like, on the red team here. My Miner 001 in low armor. Bombs out. Now we have bombs on the field now.
I can confirm 3 bombs are launched and they will be exploding any second now, and boom, there we go. All ships within range of that blue team taking serious shield damage, but being armor tanked and with an Aneros active in the field, it will probably not change the outcome of this match very much.
Indeed, and a few drones did explode with that bomb explosion, but nothing really worth noting. The Oneros is now low shields. I'm curious to see if how well he's going to be tanked, if they're going to be able to peel him down.
And there appears to be tracking disrupting going out onto 2 Balgorns, which, apart from these Manticores, are probably a lot of the DPS on the red team, so if they're tracking disrupted, they will not be able to put that DPS onto the cruiser and frigate-sized hulls of the blue team.
Did you see the Sacrilege just trying to charge in after? It looks like these frigates, they're heading actually now towards Sashenka's Belgorn, it appears. They're kind of closing in on him. We'll see if they switch damage over to him anytime soon, if they plan on just killing off the Enyos first.
Yeah, most of the damage from the blue team is on this Enyo of JT, and he is going down. He doesn't look like he will be lasting much longer. There is no logistics on the field right now for the red team, so that's always the risk with these logisticless teams, you know. If you can't tank the damage, you're just going to die, and if you don't kill that enemy logistics, then they're just going to tank your damage. So yeah, it seems to be some strange target calling here. Yep, and he's gone down.
You know, one thing I quickly want to mention, I saw the question asked earlier, we did address this earlier in the day, but I'll answer it again just for anyone tuning in late. The defense, attack, and control bars, quickly. The defense bar refers to the relative tankiness of the team. The attack bar is the relative potential DPS as well as how much they're actually applying. And the control bar is EWAR, essentially, so it gives you an idea of what you're looking at there if you're new to the UI.
Exactly. And yep, they're finishing off this support for the blue team right now, a Punisher, but this red team is not in a fantastically good situation right now. You know, launching cruise missiles or torpedoes, sorry, a Punisher is not the best use of a bomber. And the blue team is switching its damage now onto the last Enyo on the red team of Sunny Ion, and he is going through his shield and is now in armor.
It's an interesting choice, a bit of an all-in going with 2 Belgorns, because you're really gambling heavily. Belgorns don't have overwhelming DPS output, and 3 Manticores aren't really going to carry the day for you either, so you're really hoping that whatever you face is hard countered by those Belgorns.
Exactly, and to get the most out of a Balgorn, especially if you're using its webs, you really need some gang links, because even though the Balgorn gets a bit of a bonus on the webs don't really become useful in the tournament until they're extended in range with some ganglings. And it appears to be the case in this match.
We saw a Manicore go down there. It looks like Sunny Leon's Enyo is also going to succumb to the fire here of the Sacrilege. We will see. It's a low structure right now. The Onero's still slowly but surely getting chewed down by the Belgorns and Manicores, but I'm not sure if he'll drop or not at this rate.
I think even if the Aneros does go down, it's not going to change the outcome of this match. There's more than enough DPS in this blue team just to finish off some 2 Balgorns. Balgorns are not known for their high DPS. They're mainly used for their strong armor tank and the ability to newt out to the enemy team and the ability to web down the enemy team. They're very good control ships. It's not necessarily a good idea in the tournament to bring 2 of them. Especially if you go up against a team like this, which Balgorns are really not going to be great against.
Worth mentioning, it looks like that Oneros has pulled range. He is safely away from combat. Basically just has a couple Hammerhead 2s chewing on him. They aren't going to do enough damage to really worry about. And, as I say that, a Manticore just vaporizes off the field.
Yeah, they're changing targets now to the Balgorn now that Manticore is dead. Sashenka of the red team of the Balgorn is going down readily. Although there is damage on the Manticore as well.
It is interesting how much we've seen Sacrileges used today. They've been used very effectively as well. They're a very tanky ship with the missile changes. They're a very attractive option now for a hack.
Yeah, exactly, and they've been performing well. And in this match they're performing well again. We got the Manticore going down at the same time as the Balgorn. Appears he will drop. Yep, he is dropped, so we've just got 2 Balgorns left in the field now against the entire blue team. They've not taken a loss yet. And it doesn't look like they will take a loss, as they're now getting in range, and all that DPS is going to be pouring into this Balgorn.
Indeed, there are 3 stubborn Hammerheads still chewing on that Oneros, but he's still running around. I don't think they're going to do enough damage to bring him down before both Belgorns drop.
Exactly. It seems that the Deepwater team are certainly turning things around in this match. They've moved from deep water into shallow water for this and are winning.
The puns, they never stop.
They never stop indeed.
I don't know at what point Thrash Ice is... I'm looking at it, he's getting repped by the Oneros. I don't think he's giving cap transfer to the Oneros, though. Actually, I take that back. There is cap transfer between him and the Oneros, so that may be his role there. It may not be as much cap warfare as cap transfer.
Yeah, more sort of bait roll curse, which seems to be working well for them in this match. They are taking some time to kill this Balgorn because the DPS of the Sacrileges is not massive, but it's definitely enough to break this guy. And even though he's going down slowly, he is most definitely going down.
Yeah, something we talked about earlier, buffer versus resist tanking. And in the case of this Belgorn team not having logistics, they probably went to just buffer, heavy armor HP, low on resists. It's going to take a little while to chew through that.
Yeah, exactly. And these Balgorns, I mean, they've gone damage drones. They could have maybe gone some remote rep drones just for a little bit of repping there, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. They're really not able to effectively apply DPS down on anything. And again, this is the issue. You're using large lasers. It's hard to track smaller targets. The Deepwater team showed up with cruiser size hulls, which are already going to be difficult without Belgorn able to, hold them down, which they can. But even under webs, they don't have the 90% webs of a Vindicator, for instance. So even under webs with an MWD running, the Sacrileges can be able to keep transversal on the Belgorn and probably mitigate enough damage to let the Oneros keep them alive. So. First Belgorn deep in structure, probably about to explode here momentarily, and we're going to see the second Belgorn go down shortly after that.
Yeah, there's really nothing these Balgorns can do apart from just sit there and twiddle their thumbs. Nothing they can stop these ships with. And the first Balgorn is down, and now the only ship left alive on the red team right now is Yanor and his Balgorn. And in probably a minute, he will be going down as well.
Here we go, just enjoying the missile effects on the Belgorn.
Yep, and this is good for Deepwater. This will be their victory. They lost the last match, but being a best of 3, if they lose this match, if they win this match, which they will be, then we'll have one more match today, and the victor will be moving on to the next stage of the losers bracket, and the loser will be out of the first SCL tournament for good.
Absolutely, we have GFs going down in local. It's Griffin now taking a token amount of damage, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Yep. It's all over now for the poor Balgorn of Yanor.
Indeed. Well, just a reminder, we mentioned this is the beginning of the match, but for those of you who may not have snuck your answers in yet, one last shot at it, which Alliance won, Alliance Tournament 10. You send off your answers and we'll have a winner announced before the next match.
Yep, and the hit points of Yanar here are being absorbed, you could say, like tears in the ocean of Deepwater.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. I still wasn't prepared.
Yeah, they just keep on coming.
Felt
And
really
yeah, we're just
good.
waiting. Yeah, we're just waiting now for these ships with their MEAG or DPS to plunk their way through this Balgorn. He's approaching a third armor now.
And that Orneros incidentally has pulled back. Rough drones, I suppose, pulling him slowly but surely back from the brink of structure all the way back to 2/3 armor now.
Yeah, once again, the 2 Balgorn setup is not faring well. In past tournaments as well, it's generally not been a great thing to bring. As I said, the Balgorns are great for the control, but it's a lot of points. It's a lot of points to waste on something that can't do much DPS. Can't help but think if they'd maybe switch one Balgorn for something more potent.
Perhaps 2 oracles.
Yep, yeah, 2 oracles, or even something like an armor tank Vindicator. Maybe that would have helped them more in the setup. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next match if they learn something. And there we go. The Balgorn has explodified, and that is a win for Deepwater. And we'll see you soon for the end of this best of 3.